Hello, welcome or welcome back. It's good to see you. This is a timeless collective reading for whoever needs to hear it. So if the message resonates or you find it helpful, then it's for you. I am filming this on the Leo new moon, July 24th, 2025. So this new moon energy is present and influencing this reading. I'm going to go ahead and pull one or two cards just to get the theme of this reading. I haven't pulled any yet. I am using Tarot of the Abyss, by the way. So we're going to pull these cards first. I did get a message, though, earlier this morning. I just feel called to pull cards first before weaving my channeled message into the picture. So let's do that. All right, what is the theme of this reading for the collective, please, Spirit? Five of Pentacles. And the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I feel like, yeah, okay, this does blend with the message that I channeled. So there's fear. There's definitely fear arising. A shadow arising, but it's coming to the surface because it's trying to point you in the direction of where there is stagnant or unprocessed energy in your system. There's some kind of fear here about never being able to make it. However that resonates for you. It's like you're looking out at all the other people, right? Who have somehow achieved more than you. They've made it farther than you. You're comparing yourself. I'm just getting like hardcore comparison syndrome here through this Five of Pentacles. And that comparison, which is of course the thief of joy, oh my gosh, it's tying into another thing that came through earlier now. Comparison is the thief of joy, right? It's setting you up to just kind of perpetually be circling back into feelings of lack. You might not feel that way all the time. It's not every single part of you that feels that way, but there's this unresolved aspect of you that Spirit is pointing to now, because you have the tools, the awareness, the wisdom, the experience to be able to alchemize this stagnant, stuck energy around lack. Like, I'm less than them. What is wrong with me? Why do they have the thing and I don't? Why do they deserve that and I don't? What's so special about them, right? Like, there's got to be something wrong with me. Oh, it's very painful. And, you know, the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, this is kind of, I was just telling Cancer this in their reading yesterday. The Wheel of Fortune to me is almost like the divine setup for you to be able to see things more clearly and make a new decision. So you might be feeling like things are really uncertain or in flux in your life right now. But however things are rearranging for you is certainly in your favor if you take this opportunity to look beyond the surface of things. And that is the message that I got earlier. I took a whole bunch of notes. I didn't know how I would incorporate it, but it's making perfect sense now. So a couple of hours ago, I got the very clear message. There's a hidden gift on the dark side of the moon. Spirit wants you to literally look beyond the surface of something. Look beyond or into the dark side of your moon. So this isn't just coming up because it's a new moon, although that works perfectly. I'm speaking in general about the archetype of the moon, which in its shadowy state is about fear, confusion. There's a mystery within you that you have not been able to unlock yet. Now, if you look beyond the surface and you dig a little bit deeper into this pattern of comparison, I would summarize it as a pattern of comparison, you have an opportunity here to unlock why you keep circulating back to it. This specific like signature of pain or scarcity or lack, right? And I was getting an image of you actually picking up a rock. I saw a big kind of looks like granite, a big granite rock in the ground, and it had clearly been there forever because it was kind of sunk into the ground. And I did get something about, the rock being imprinted into the earth. This, I feel, Five of Pentacles is really an imprint in your system that goes hand in hand with it being stagnant, stuck energy, right? But I saw you, and in my mind it was a man. So this could, just be representing your masculine energy. But he bent over and he pried up the rock from the ground and literally looked underneath of it. And there was exactly what you would expect. It was dirt and some roots and a bunch of different kinds of bugs and worms and stuff. So it was kind of like, I don't know, it just feels like Spirit is saying if you go into this fear, it's not going to be as bad as you think. There might be an aspect of you that's afraid that all these negative thoughts you think are really true. Maybe I'm right. Maybe my fear is right. Maybe there is something wrong with me. Like, otherwise, why wouldn't I be successful in this way yet? Otherwise, why do they have the thing and I don't? Fill in the blank. You might be afraid that when you lift up that rock, you're going to find your worst case scenario. But Spirit is saying it's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. You're gonna find the roots, right? It's just the roots. And once you see the roots, you can pull them up or tend to them in whatever way you need. But it's not so scary. And then comparison is the thief of joy. I also completely randomly got a message about The Thief Lord, which is a novel. I think it's a young adult novel by Cornelia Funk. And it just blew my mind when that came to me because I haven't thought about that book in probably like 15 years. And I think they did make it into a movie as well. I loved the book as a kid. So that book / movie takes place in Venice. Venice might mean something to you specifically. And now I'm also getting, I'm seeing the masks, the classic like Venice masquerade masks that they wear or that they make there. There's something about the masks. Wait, let me tune into that. That's just coming through right now. Well, there's so many different kinds of masks. All these different masks that you could wear. They're a form of hiding. There's fear around not wearing a mask. Who are you really when you're not wearing a mask? Is that truth of you good enough? Will it be good enough? I don't know, something about that is coming through. But the kind of crux of the Thief Lord is that there's this magical merry-go-round. And if you ride it, you set your intention and you can either grow older or grow younger. So if you're a kid and you want to be an adult, you just set that intention, get on it, and you'll step off the merry-go-round an adult, and vice versa. So I feel like there are time-related fears for some of you. Some of you might be really worried about, there's this pervasive idea that like you messed up your own timeline. Maybe you messed up your own timeline somehow, or you should have gotten off of a timeline at an earlier point and you missed your exit. That's just coming through. Some of you wish you could go back to do something differently in the past. Some of you wish that you could just kind of quickly get to the end of something because this moment is very painful, it feels very vulnerable, and you just want to kind of like skip to the end and get older, metaphorically speaking. There's different ways that that's playing out for each of you. But I was just getting time-related fears, and I'm looking at that Five of Pentacles, hearing like time is running out. And with the Wheel of Fortune underlying everything, you might feel like time is speeding up. I feel that way. I think that's a natural phenomenon. As you get older, it does feel like time speeds up. But yeah, I'm hearing fear that you've missed the boat. Fear that you've missed the boat with something. Time is speeding up, but you're not. And maybe you don't feel that about your entire life, but maybe there's like one, area of your life you feel like you're just stuck on, right? Okay, I think that was all my notes. Took a lot of notes. Yeah. Oh, and then also the number 7. The number 7 was 25 or 7. Felt very significant. Okay, let's keep going here. Now that we're 10 minutes in. Where do I go from here? What do we do now? What do we do now? What are the energies challenging the collective? Should I go into the Five of Pentacles more? Yeah, I feel like I should pull one more on the Five of Pentacles first. Okay, let's do that. Clarify this Five of Pentacles. Yep, Nine of Swords. But this is going to sound a little bit harsh, but it's true. This is just what it means. The Nine of Swords is speaking to fears that are completely in your head. Some of you might be having actual nightmares or feel like you're in a waking nightmare. It could be that extreme. But you know, this is so very much speaking to restrictions and fears, either guilt and regret or apprehension about the future, however it's manifesting for you. The Nine of Swords it's saying it's in your head. You're kind of lost in these projections and these worst case scenarios. So tying it back to this comparison, you know, somebody else might look at you and feel like, oh, what I wouldn't give to have their life. Right? Even though you feel like you're so behind in this one particular way, or again, you haven't been able to unlock this stagnant energy in yourself somehow, somebody else would just kill to have something that you have that they don't, even if it's just a roof over their head, you know. So there's a big perspective shift that can happen. And I feel like, you know, this new moon energy, it's of course extremely conducive, 1, 2, 3, 4 on the timer. It's extremely conducive to deep introspective inner work and journaling and meditation, slowing down and reflecting, right? So this is, I feel, we'll get some advice in a second, but I feel like this is the perfect time to really proactively start flipping the script on your worst fears, however this comparison is manifesting for you. Temperance at the bottom of the deck. You gotta have patience with yourself, you know, thinking, oh gosh, what's wrong with me? Why do I struggle with this so much? That won't make it go faster. That won't make it go faster. And you might find that, you know, what helps you most is a blend of things right now. It's not necessarily just one journaling prompt or one tarot reading or one yoga session or, you know, one healing, whatever, energy session, Reiki, whatever. It's going to be a blend. Your healing will be a blend of things. I think that came through in a previous collective reading that I gave. Okay, so tell me a little bit more about the energies that are challenging. We'll just kind of, you know, keep going in the same vein here. Tell me a little bit more about the energies challenging the collective. The Emperor. There's that masculine energy, and the Wise One at the bottom of the deck, which is the Hierophant. Traditionally, the Hierophant. Well, it feels like there's something, yeah. There's something you really want to change. There's something you want to proactively take action towards. Like, I just want to fix this. I just want to get to the root of this block within myself, this mystery, this thing. I want to just unlock it now. This is, you know, with Aries, this is initiatory energy, masculine energy. Like, let's fix it. Let's fix it now. But the wise one here is kind of asking you to approach it from a softer place, from a more connected place rather than a reactive place. Yes, okay. So this is the Holler Moon Mountain Oracle. I'm being guided to pull some cards from this now. And this Tarot of the Abyss, as well as the Holler Moon Mountain Oracle, it's all black and white. It's all black and white. Relative to whatever this is for you, you know, you might be feeling like the color is drained from your life, the life is drained from your life, or I don't know. Usually black and white feels kind of soothing to me, but in this context, in this reading, it feels almost like all of the black and white, it's almost disorienting and like life draining. Okay, what do I go into? I'm hearing, what does the collective need to know about themselves? All right, what does the collective need to know about themselves? Well, like I said, you know, I was getting you have what you need to be able to resolve this. Seasoned. Yeah, exactly. That's funny. You are well seasoned. And between this, did this not come up in the last collective reading or in the last full moon? It was the full moon reading that I did where I said this feels like a full moon, new moon combo, weird in between energy. This is still kind of here. that energy is lingering since the last new moon, full moon. Halfway. You're halfway with something. And that also is a reflection of this Wheel of Fortune energy. You know, to me, the Wheel of Fortune and Justice, which comes right after it, it's the halfway point of a major soul cycle. You're in between. And I'm also just getting, you know, in some areas of life you might be feeling very successful and accomplished, and you don't struggle with this kind of comparison energy. So then you're wondering, like, why is it in this one, relative to this one thing, I just can't, like, get it together or move forward or accelerate or clear up the fear, right? But seasoned. You're well seasoned. I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, you've been through so many cycles. You've been through so many seasons of life. Highs and lows, good times, bad times, abundance, scarcity, feeling connected, feeling isolated. I mean, you just have so much experience. And all of that experience is wisdom. Is wisdom that you can now apply, going back to the wise one, right? That you can now apply to this situation, to yourself, this mystery. What is the mystery? Yeah. We kind of know, I mean, it's the stagnant energy. Tell me a little bit more about this mystery that the collective is ready to unlock within themselves. Frustration. There's a lot of frustration. Why can't I figure this out? I think this also came through in the last full moon reading. Memories. And the padlock says, Mom. Well, some of you might be finding that when you do this kind of shadow work that you're being guided to do, you trace it all the way back to, you know, childhood, and maybe even more specifically your relationship with your mom or a mother figure in your childhood. You could even say your mother lineage. That's so funny. It's a padlock. Let me just sit with this for one more second. Opening at the bottom of the deck. You see an opening, or at least you feel an opening. It's almost like if you know how some people are, when you try to like, yeah, when you try to undo a padlock or get into a safe, you have to kind of finagle with like this little wire, and you have to feel for like the little gears inside turning. I don't know how it works, but I think you know what I mean. It's like you may not even realize it, but over time you have been slowly but surely working away at feeling into what this block is within yourself and how to unlock it. And you're closer than you think. You're closer than you think to being able to alchemize this pain. Create an opening. So it's about memories. It's all stemming from memories. Tell me more. And that connects with the Nine of Swords. You know, it's not real now. Maybe at one point in the past it was real, but it's not real now. And that speaks to the Moon card. There's illusion here. Okay, reflect. Maybe connect with angel energy if that resonates with you. Yeah, this is that softer approach rather than trying to, like, you know, just break the padlock apart. Through this deep reflection, softer approach, you can feel where there's an opening in the lock, in the mystery. So, what's the advice? Clarify the advice. Let's go back to tarot. Nope. The Moon. And the World at the bottom of the deck. And there's your inner child. I feel like there's your inner child and your current self. Your current awareness, your well-seasoned self up here. All the awareness and wisdom that you have connected so intrinsically to your inner child. The memories, the origin story, you know, it's all woven together. Weaving all of this together, seeing the bigger picture of something is how you complete the cycle. Let me sit with this Moon card here for 1 second. Well, there's a reframe here. You know, whatever it is that you feel like you don't understand about yourself or you're frustrated with yourself about, I don't know. It's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, but just what I truly feel is coming through here as advice is to embrace the mystery, because hating the mystery, hating the block, hating this thing you don't understand about yourself, that's what that resistance is, what is not allowing it to alchemize. Curiosity, softness, leading with your intuition. That's the thing that allows you to sink deeper. You know, it's almost like there are certain materials where they actually become more stiff the more you try to like knead them, but if you just put steady, consistent pressure, it'll slowly, give way. I don't know, hopefully that makes sense. Fascia is one of those things in the human body. It's like, in order to work with different materials, you have to apply different types of pressure. There's a very specific kind of pressure here that you can apply within yourself. It's not that emperor pressure, like, come on, let's get this over with so I can feel okay again. It's like steady, hold it, be curious, just be present with it, see how it changes itself when you just are present with these emotions. Okay, that's the alchemy. Advice, I know that sounds a little bit abstract, but let's clarify the advice. Sacred, number 165 is also here. Choices at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, well, I mean, what's what's coming through is your journey is sacred. Your journey is sacred. And you have a choice here, how to react to your own fear. You can't get on that merry-go-round and literally go back in time. I mean, maybe some of you think you can, I don't know, but all you can do is be here with what is now and choose how you're going to react to what is about you, right? That's the choice you can make. So if you saw your journey as a sacred unfolding, what choice would you make? If you saw yourself as sacred, what choice would you make? Because a lot of this frustration and comparison can make you feel like you just don't like yourself, right? But you are sacred. Okay. Let's get some journal prompts here from my journal prompt deck. And then we'll get a closing message. These journal prompts will be in the description box, along with several others. Be sure to check them out. They'll help you to process all of this and take your inner work a little bit deeper. Going back to the moon card as advice, you might also feel like this is a really good time to do some kind of meditation. Intuitive inner journey work. Personifying your fear. This is parts work, like intuitive parts work. Personifying your fear. If the negative feelings that are coming up for you were a person, what would they look like? What are they saying? What are they doing? What do they want? Okay, are any aspects of your life unsustainable? Clearly. Well, comparing yourself is always unsustainable. A dream I had that I will never forget was, and this is a dream as in while you were sleeping, not as in like a goal that you once had, but if that resonates, you can take it that way. Something about that dream, the symbolism in that dream might be very significant for you now. Let's get one more. This has come up so many times lately in a lot of different collective readings. In what ways are you already who you want to be? Talk about eliminating comparison. Okay. Let's get a closing message from the Earth and Bone Oracle by Syrian Shadow. Closing message for the collective. It does also tie with the new moon being in Leo, right? Because Leo energy is about self-expression. You can't really express yourself if you're busy comparing yourself. Closing message. I'm seeing the number 42. Oh, 27. Cage. Freedom, release, and reclaiming power. Perfect. All right, let's see what the guidebook says. Okay. Release and let go of the past. Make conscious actions. Yeah, you can't get on that merry-go-round and go back, right? Make conscious actions to live your life from a place of love and joy. Trust what's coming and accept what is here for you now. This is your message of transformation. You may be experiencing a tower moment. Excuse me. In that the universe is clearing away stagnant or past energy. You're being stripped bare from everyone and everything that does not serve the new you. Okay, and now I'm having hang on. That must be significant. Self-expression, right? We're just going to go with it. I'm sorry. Okay, the time has come for your cleansing. It is time to leave any old energy behind. You may need to go through a cleansing process in order to cross into this new life, a new cycle. You're being encouraged to clear out old vibrations, especially emotionally. Cleanse your frequency so that impressions of the past do not negate the abundance that is hurtling toward you. Everything arrives when you are ready. If opportunities arrive on your doorstep, the universe says that you're ready, even if you have yet to completely heal from the past. Just so long as you're making strides forward. Affirmation: I do not need to dominate anyone to be spiritually awake and attain abundance. I choose to be kind to myself. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you. Thank you for bearing with me at the end there. I hope this was helpful or at least thought-provoking. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. And again, the journal prompts and all my links will be in the description box. I'll see you again soon. Happy new moon. Bye.